I had a request to shoot some videos of my Butia. I got a couple of them and I'm gonna try and shoot it, and hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad. I've had heavy winds all week. Give it a second here. So we are expecting our first 80-degree weather starting tomorrow. Today I think we're going up into the high 70s. We've been in the 70s all week, so it's been sunny and nice. If it weren't for the wind, it'd be perfect. But this is my big Butia odorata. It'll be 5 years end of August that it's been in the ground. It went in, it was probably the height of this Yucca rostrata, probably about the same size, so not that big. And it has flowered for me. I have got fruit. I don't know if the seed's viable. I never tried to germinate it, but this was at the height of the gutters, but we had that really bad ice storm in February, and this thing was encased in 1.5 inches of ice. So it bent the fronds down. They did come back somewhat, but still not quite the height where they are. But we got a couple new spears coming out. No damage to the palm. And so there's one kind of off to the left that's really nice and green, and then the newest one here is this kind of yellowish one, and it was a lot more yellow than this. It's turning green. When it's cold and they put out fronds, they tend to have that yellowy color, and then once they kind of get out in the sunlight, they slowly start to change over. So back in this corner here, it's quite hot, so I have to imagine the soil's heating up nicely. See if I can get another angle on this. Kind of tough to see, but usually when this throws up a spear, there'll be 2 or 3 fronds in there. You can kind of see here, these ones next to the house didn't get way down as much, whereas these ones here did. That's kind of why these ones were that height. And there's probably actually higher because this is one of the newer fronds. And so this was these fronds, it was their first winter. You can see a little bit of spotting. We get that when we get a lot of rain or when it's quite cold, but not too bad, not that noticeable. So, but doing well. And I can tell you it is really hot here right now in this corner here, but you can kind of see the trunk there. I would say, over 2 feet across, kind of to where the spear's coming out, maybe 4 feet, maybe a little bit less, but it just keeps getting wider and wider and wider. That's the interesting part. And I'm probably gonna I usually go in and I take a few old fronds off, just because as they grow, you can kind of see here it pushes down to the ground. It's kind of smothering some of the other plants in here, so I just try and take some of the older ones off. And this one here is a candidate that I would probably take off. Perhaps this one, I'm not sure. It's kind of in between. This one here, I think, is from the first winter. Actually, this one. Let me show you this. So you see that? This was an emerging spear the first winter, and that was the frost line. So it did damage. That one kind of came out damaged. We had 3 days below freezing, and it was quite cold. We were in the teens, and that is about second from the bottom. So just about all the fronds that when I bought it are gone. Everything else is new, but doing well. I'll shoot another video on the other Butia.